Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another sports reaction video as we have some stuff to react to, not just in football, but kind of in the entire world of sports. Couple of plugs as always, you guys know, check out G Fuel, check out Waggle, they just dropped their new hockey line. And also don't forget to use code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks to guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. But as always, please remember to play responsibly and let's get into the video. Okay, so this first thing that I want to go over is once again an absolute gem of an interview from Tua Tagovailoa. This week, he said that the reason he didn't target Jalen Waddle versus the Browns more was because he had trouble seeing over the offensive line because he was too short, he wasn't tall enough. Like, what? I don't think I've ever heard that as an excuse before, ever. Even if it's true, you don't say that. If he would have said that between the combine and the NFL draft at one of those meetings and that would have gotten out, nobody would have ever picked him. You're literally saying you can't play good because you're not tall. A lot of people are saying this, and I think the only thing I can do is just agree with it. Tua probably should retire. There is actually something wrong. I mean, the guy cannot play ball anymore. He is saying things that he would have never said years ago. Every time you think he can't say something dumber, he goes ahead and does it. And the real issue with it all is there is so much confidence and sincerity in his voice when he says these things. I know this guy's been smacked a lot. He's had concussions. He's been taken out of games. He's been injured. But one of the last two hits he took, it might have been one of the ones against Buffalo. It messed him up. It jarred something. Now, I'm not saying this to be mean, but I do not think this is the same guy anymore. I think that this is completely, well, insane. Moving on, we have the NFL saying they will not be changing the Super Bowl halftime show from Bad Bunny after the outrage. My thoughts on this are the same they've been since Bad Bunny was selected as the person to do the halftime show. I don't give a fuck. I have never given a flying fuck who performs at the Super Bowl halftime show because 99% of the time I don't even watch the damn thing. How hard is it to go outside, turn the channel, take a piss break, get a plate of food? Like the amount of bitching and complaining people do over the Super Bowl halftime show, it's insane to me. Like, yeah, okay, if this was P. Diddy, there'd be a problem. But it's literally just a singer and people are mad because it might be Spanish or probably will be Spanish. We just had that a couple of years ago with Shakira. It's pretty much a bunch of bullshit is all I'm saying. Not that he's performing, that people care. Now moving on, we have the biggest piece of news kind of expanding across all sports, and I say this because I think it's going to really start to expose people in baseball and football, and it's all coming down now. Basically, the FBI had a raid last night, a sting, a bust, and they have arrested 31 people. As far as I'm concerned, all NBA related, one of them being Chauncey Billups, for illegally gambling, rigging games, and, well, being affiliated with what sounds like the mafia. Some bullet points on what's going on. There was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. In total, 30 individuals have been arrested, 13 mafia members. It goes on to talk about insider information being exploited. Then it talks about an illegal, like, poker tournament that they had, or poker games where they stole millions from people. Here's a big one. It says Terry Rozier told defendants that he was going to leave a game early on March 23rd, 2023 with an injury. The defendants then placed more than $200,000 of wagers on the unders for his prop bets, with Rozier leaving the game after 9 minutes. Those bets paid out tens of thousands of dollars in profits, and the defendants and Rozier counted the money at his house. Says the poker scheme here targeted victims who were lured in to participate to play rigged poker games by chance to play alongside former professional athletes. Athletes included Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones. There was the use of shuffling machines and poker chip tray cameras, X-ray poker tables even. There's a bunch of it, and as of now, they're all accusations, but that's what the FBI said in their investigation this morning. Okay, for one, I need to address something right away, which is Prize Picks. I know I'm gonna have people bitching at me in the comments. Hey, you're on Prize Picks and you're talking about, now he's talking about how it's rigged. Doesn't mean I can't play, it's fun. And also, it's not directly Prize Picks that's involved with this. They're not calling people in, it's Vegas. I've always said it's Vegas. But truly, I do feel like it's only a matter of time before the NFL comes down, hockey comes down, baseball comes down, everything is coming down. Eventually, WWE will be the realest sport out there. Shit's wild though. Next, we got news on the Jets and Justin Fields apparently saying he didn't hear Woody Johnson's comments and he's entitled to his own opinions. I roll my eyes at that because Justin Fields definitely heard Woody Johnson's comments. I mean, that's such a line of bullshit, buddy. For anybody wondering what Woody Johnson said, basically he said it's really hard to turn things around when your quarterback's got the ratings he's got. And if we can just complete a pass, it would look good. I mean, I do give credit to Fields too on owning the responsibility that he hasn't been playing good because he did say, obviously I know I need to play better. Those comments don't surprise me. But again, the fact that he claims he didn't hear them, it's not true. And you gotta stop with this demeanor that like, I'm just gonna keep being me, you know, I'm gonna keep working hard because that hasn't been good enough. Like you either show urgency now or you don't ever start a game again. Which by the way, it sounded like Tyrod's now back to day, so they don't know what is going on. Imagine you work at a job and your boss said in a public interview that you were a bad worker and it's hard to turn things around when you just can't do anything right. That information will get to you within 30 seconds, maybe a minute. I didn't hear it. Okay. Here's an interesting stat on Bryce Young and CJ Stroud over their last 17 games, so a season. Bryce Young has had 26 touchdowns, 11 picks, and an 87 passer rating. CJ Stroud has had 19 touchdowns, 12 picks, and an 83.9 passer rating. My oh my, how that tide has turned. I'm just happy to see Bryce is playing well after all the shit he caught because CJ was good his rookie year and Bryce wasn't. I've had an up and down roller coaster with Bryce. I don't ever really know what to think about the guy. But for the sake of human beings and for the sake of his story, it's pretty electric to see what he's capable of and to see what the Carolina Panthers would have potentially missed out on had they moved on. Like, that guy can play football. Here's some news on Mike Evans. He said he's set for surgery this week to repair his broken collarbone in a clean break that should have Evans back in 8 weeks or fewer. I thought it was a concussion, man. Till last night, I realized he broke his collarbone. I was like, holy shit, like he's actually fucked up. Good to hear that he can be back this year. Just bad to hear that, you know, he's not gonna hit 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. But hey, he had a hell of a run. And like I said, I think he has more than earned his spot in Canton. And now I've just got some fantasy football / I guess injury updates. So number one, Aaron Jones will be returning tonight versus the Chargers, who has missed the last 4 games due to a hamstring injury. Jaden Daniels has officially been ruled out for Monday against Kansas City, and Marcus Mariota will start. Lamar Jackson is practicing for the 2nd straight day, but looks like he will once again be limited. The Ravens are kind of in a tough spot right now, because like obviously they're gonna want to bring him in and play as soon as possible, but like is it even worth it to bring him in if you are this far out of it right now? You might as well wait till he is for surely 100%, right? For the 2nd straight day, AJ Brown was not practicing due to a hamstring injury. Nothing to be too concerned about yet, I'm hearing, but the Falcons have listed Michael Penix is limited to yesterday's walkthrough at practice due to a knee injury. As far as the Texans go, both Nico Collins and Christian Kirk are not practicing. And as of yesterday, Brock Purdy was also listed as a limited participant in practice, and Ricky Pearsall did not practice. Anyway, guys, that is going to be all for today's video. I uploaded a skit earlier. If you guys haven't seen that, please go check it out. I think it's kind of out of the ordinary, but I thought it was funny. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this whipped up so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you guys have a safe and great rest of your Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to have an upload on YouTube tomorrow. So in case I don't, I hope you guys also have a great and safe weekend. And as always, I will see you in the next upload.